here because of the weather. Anywho, I'm going to apologize in advance. You've got the front half of the hall. I think Julie's on the back, and she was here last night as well, so she should be able to help you out with some of these patients. But we start at 2:14. Bed 1, real pleasant little lady, 64-year-old. Her name's Ima. She came in with some little mild confusion. The family said that she's just not been acting right, had some, problems remembering people's names and doing some funny things at home. So her primary care doc said to come on in. She came in through the ER, and they were concerned enough that they wanted to admit her. Vital signs, I just took them, 124/62, heart rate of 64. Her respirations were 18, and she had a baby temp at 99.0, but I don't even know if I'd worry about that. Her family's been with her all day, but they did just leave. I think they're probably exhausted. I'm sure she'll be good for you. Pleasantly confused. I mean, she kept calling me Molly, and I'm like, my name's Sally, and anyway. But she's been in there. She's already had dinner. She's been cleaned up. She's resting. She's watching TV, so I think she should be good for you. In her room, bed 2, is Fran Locke. She's another little lady, 62-year-old. She had a stroke a couple days ago, pretty mild. It's just her left hand, like OT and PT cleared her. She can walk fine. She can talk fine. I don't notice anything in her face, but her hand grasp, if you kind of have her grasp your hands, the left side's just a little bit less than the right. She was at home when it happened, and she said she had a momentary period where she was kind of confused and didn't know what was going on, and then afterwards noticed that the left hand was weak. She does report that it's been getting better every day. They're going to send her to rehab for a couple weeks. Social work's been involved. They've got everything figured out. They're going to come get her tomorrow morning and take her. So I've got the discharge paperwork pretty much done. She hasn't signed anything. I left her IV in and all that because she'll definitely be here tonight. But she should be good to go for you, and then just a discharge tomorrow morning, and it'll probably be after you leave. So I don't think you'll have to do anything with her. And then next door, 216, is Claire Ross. I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't even seen her very much. She just came in. The original complaint was weakness. She's been here about 30 minutes. I did have the aide drop off, like the water pitcher and the basin and all that kind of stuff. So she's set up in there, and she is in a gown. She's alert and oriented. I walked by and kind of waved and said hi to her and gave her a once over. But she came from a nursing home, but she came with family. She's a walkie-talkie, and I think it's more like an independent living thing. They said that flu's been going around. She was sick with upper respiratory stuff, cough, fever for the last couple days. She's been clear of everything for 2 days, but they said she's still not acting like herself. She normally comes in and has her meals with the rest of the residents in the dining hall, and that she's not leaving her room. She's not getting out of bed. They were just a little more concerned because she's not bouncing back from these flu-like symptoms. So unfortunately, I don't know much about her, but the nursing home did call report, and she doesn't have any crazy history. For a 77-year-old, they said she's one of the spryest, healthiest 770-year-olds you've ever seen. So life's good there. Bed 20 is done good. He was discharged 3 days, status post-appendectomy, and he said absolutely no complications, had some pain medicine while I was here. Already gave him his paperwork, already gave him his prescriptions, took his IV out. He's completely and utterly good to go. He's just waiting on his ride. With the weather, I don't know if maybe they'll be delayed a little bit, but he should be good to go. And then the next one, she's kind of interesting. Her name's Marie Decker. She's in 221 bed 2. And I'm trying to find my notes on her because she was... She's a CHFer. She has a history. She's been in and out, and you'll probably recognize her when you go in there. Very sweet little lady, though. She's gained 12 pounds over the last couple days. A little short of breath, so she got nervous, called the physician, they had her come in. Already started her on IV Lasix. She had 2,500 of clear yellow urine out today. I did put her a Foley in first thing this morning because I wasn't wanting to deal with her getting up into the bathroom when she was short of breath. But even, 12 hours later, she's saying she feels better. She's talking in full sentences. Her lungs are clear now. This morning, maybe a little rails, but it was very minimum. But she was reporting some shortness of breath, and I could see that, like when the aide got her cleaned up today, she was more short of breath afterwards. So she's been resting most of the days. I do have her on 2 liters. She was in the low 90s when she got here, and even on the 2 liters, she's only at 94%. So I think she just needs a little extra fluid while she's or extra oxygen while she's getting the fluid off and stuff. Her vitals, 164/89, pulse of 82, respirations of 18. She was afebrile at 98.7. Now, the only weird thing about her, and again, I'm sorry, This morning, she was off the floor for an echo just because they wanted to kind of rule some other things out with the shortness of breath. Then they were worried about her swelling and possible DVTs because I guess she has a remote history of that, nothing recent. So they sent her down and she had some venous Doppler stuff done on her legs. That made her a little nervous because she had to lay flat and that wasn't comfortable for her with her shortness of breath. So it took a while because we had to kind of, get her breathing under control, and they had to sit her up and they just had some difficulty. So she was off the floor for a lot of the time today. So she didn't get her meds. I don't think she's on anything crazy. She has CAD and hypertension. It was like a blood pressure med and Plavix, I think. Other than that, like I said, there's nothing too wacky. I really think that, 220 should be out of here in 10-15 minutes. I may even see him walking out when I do. So he'll be fine. That 14-bed 2, the little lady that's recovering from the CVA, she'll be gone in the morning and shouldn't need anything. The paperwork's done, what have you. So that just gives you 2 14-bed 1, our little confused lady. But like I said, she's been a peach all day. She's been really sweet. And then 216, I know nothing about her, so she's probably, going to be more work for you. But nursing home said she's fine. She does everything for herself. Life's good. And then you'll recognize that Marie Decker lady. She's usually no big deal. We just need to get the fluid off of her and she'll be done. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Like I said, there's Julie on the other side, and you've got at least one aide tonight. I don't know if they'll give you another one. So there should be people here to help. And if you need anything, I'm going to go back to the break room and grab my stuff. So if you think of any questions, holler at me. All right. Thank you. Bye.